Today, I'm gonna make the amazing digital circus out of Lego, starting with my favorite character, Kane. There's a Lego circus masterpiece, and this is the perfect body for Kane. And I happen to have this exact piece. Well, it's a little faded, but it'll do. Now I gotta build his head. This is pretty complicated, so bear with me. And now I put them together and voila! Welcome to the amazing digital circus. But hey, where are all his performers? Let's build Pomni next. I have this Harley Quinn minifigure which looks pretty good, but I need to change the black to blue. To do that, I'm gonna paint the pieces. I gotta be really careful with this. I don't want to screw it up, but if I do it right, it'll look perfect. How do you think Pomni would react if she woke up and realized she was made of Lego? She'd probably just stare off into the distance like she always does. Guys, this is really hard. I'm gonna be making all the characters from the Amazing Digital Circus, so watch to the end to see your favorite character. I think if I was in the Amazing Digital Circus, I'd have a lot of fun. Or maybe it would be terrible. I don't really know. I'll paint her face to get it perfect. Wow! She's staring at us, just like the real thing. Man, I wish she was a bit happier. Well, I guess I could have just drawn her happier, but whatever, let's move on. Now, it's time to put Pomni's pieces together. Since she's the shortest character on the show, I gave her short legs. And don't forget her gloves. She has one red and one blue glove. Now her head, done. There's Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus. She looks so happy to be here. Now Pomni can meet Kane for the first time. But wait, let's build where they actually met. They met when Pomni got transported into the Amazing Digital Circus, which looks kinda like a checkerboard. Luckily, I have all these black and white pieces, so I can build it. Okay, let's do this. Man, I am really lost. Well, I got 4 checkers anyway. I gotta somehow build the rest of them. How hard can it be? Oh, there was a piece missing. That's why it was so hard. There. Done. Wow, that was harder than I thought it would be. What? Where am I? You're in the Amazing Digital Circus. Woo! Yeah, it worked. Oh man. While I'm fixing him, let's move on to the next one. Now Kinger. He's a white chess king, so I'm gonna build him out of all white pieces. There he is. But he doesn't have his iconic purple coat. You know why? Cause I can't afford to buy one. Subscribe so I can afford to buy Kinger his coat. He doesn't really look very good without it. Oh well. Hey, remember that scene where Pomni hides behind a barrel? Well, I do. Here it is. We can still see you, Pomni. Let's grow that barrel a bit. Now that's a lot better. You can barely even see her hiding behind there. Anyway, let's move on to the next character, Regatha. Here's the pieces I'm gonna use. And now I'll paint her face on as usual. First I'll give her that iconic button eye. Guys, I wish I could say something funny during this, but I really have to concentrate. And now, her regular eye. And a big smile. And there, she's done. Now she can join Pomni in the Amazing Digital Circus. Well, she looks a lot happier to be here than Pomni does. And don't forget Kane in the background. Hey, that reminds me. What about Kane's friend Bubbles? Let's build her now. I really want to use these pieces because I think they're exactly the right color and shape. If I can just get them to stick together. Okay, this one's a long shot, but I think it'll work. Now they should stick together. Well, that doesn't work so well. You know what? Whoa! I didn't know there was a hole back here. That didn't really work, so I guess I'll have to try another way. Okay, how about this piece? And I can also add on the bottom some white pieces to make her iconic smile. There, it's Bubbles. Kane and Bubbles reunited, It's so cute. You know, I bet I could spin her really fast. Let's move on to Zooble. You would think she'd be really easy to build since she looks like she's already made of Lego, but she was actually really difficult. These are all the pieces I have to use. The build is pretty complicated, but I think it looks good. Well, this one was challenging, but I think it turned out really well. What do you think? Does it look enough like Zooble? It's even got that blue thing in the middle, but I don't really know what it is, so I just used a stud. Now, let's move on to, whoa, ice cream? All right. Everyone gets ice cream, except Pomni. All the more reason for her to be sad. But everyone else gets ice cream. Now, Django. I found a lot of long red pieces to use here, so it should be easy to build her. Yes, it looks perfect. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. Let's try that again. Okay, we'll try that again, but this time I won't use every single piece. I'll just use the pieces I think I need. These flags should make good ribbons for her arms. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And lastly, her winning smile. That's kind of weird. But besides that, she looks good. You see the ribbon arms and, she falls apart. Well, that's accurate. And lastly, let's make the fan favorite character, Jax. Out of these pieces, we're gonna build the fan favorite, Jax. Okay, let's just put that in there. If you're wondering why I'm doing this one-handed, it's because I'm holding this camera. Now anyway, let me concentrate. Yes, there's Jax. He's even got his little yellow gloves. If you're wondering why he doesn't have a face, it's because I haven't painted it on yet. Okay, let's paint his face on now. I'll also fix his ears onto the brick. Yeah, full disclosure, guys, I don't think this one's really working that well. And there, done. Well, that's the scariest minifigure I've ever seen. You know what? I think just to be safe, I better take him apart. Okay, that's better. Which build from the amazing digital circus was your favorite? I'll tell you who isn't anyone's favorite. That Jax fella, am I right? Oh no, how did he get rebuilt? Ah!